Okay. So today was such a big day for me. I actually figured out what happened with Karrine Steffans, and I am. Oh, I'm so here for it. I love her so much. Karrine Steffans is the woman who wrote the Video Vixen book, okay, and she like tells all these stories of like sexcapades that she's had with all these really high value men and how they used to call her like sucker face or something because she gave really good head. I can't remember what they called her something because she like gave really good head. Um. Anyway, so she's gone on. She like changes her name to uh Evelyn something. I really don't know, but she's got a blog on Medium and she's got 3 books. And oh my gosh, like I am in love with her Medium blog. It is like my new favorite thing. I guess this is just like an introduction to this, but we are about to pull up her blog and like fucking read it. There was one article that she wrote, which was like, well, there were two I thought that were stand out. One was like, get out of your sad girl season because it's not helpful. True. The other one was men love sluts. And I think I want to read that one. Men love sluts. Let's read it. But okay, before we read it, I want to context this for a second because I think that some people misunderstand Karen Steffans. Like I heard Kimberly Foster from For Harriet say this. Like I feel like we're in a different generation because we have like Meg the Stallion and Nicki Minaj and Hot Girl Summer and all these things, right? Where it's like women empowerment and like women can have ho phases and stuff. But like at the time when Karen was around, like Corinne, it wasn't really like that. It was kind of like a whole. Just imagine like all of black hip hop just kind of coming at her, almost like bees to honey or something, and then just completely like devouring her. It was like they were treating her like she was candy almost, like everyone wanted a piece and everyone took a piece. And it's like the fucking weird part about it is like they all loved it. And then they all joked about the thing that they love. And to me, it's just another example of really like the toxicity of black men. Like in what word like the okay, so on one hand she's like a willing participant here and she had all of these like relationships with all of these guys. On another hand, all of these guys had relationships with her. So it's kind of like in the same way that it to me it feels like guy talk where all these guys are chatting about um escapades that they've had with this woman. But then these same guys are also having all of these escapades with many women. So if the women were to be as gossipy, and women are actually just as gossipy as guys. So it's everyone sitting here gossiping in their own little circle about who smashed who. But then for some reason, the media and pop culture is only writing about Karen Steffans as though she's the only one being a slutty ready out here when all the dudes that she slept with are just as slutty as her. And then she's like not even the only girl who's like slutty. There's like tons of these women who are just like her. She's just the one who wrote a book, right? So now like we know her story because she wrote a book. And then it was weird too because she was saying all these people are calling her like a black feminist now, and so she gives this. She's been speaking like at Cal State Northridge and stuff, and I think she moved to New York. Not the point though. I think like the really good point here is that like Karen Steffans is one individual woman. In the same way that every woman is an individual and has a story, right? Like she came from parents, she had a childhood, she had friends, she has family members, like all of the things that everyone else has and values, like she has them too. So why do people feel like they can dehumanize her in this way where she's simply like a vagina, almost like a recyclable vagina that they can laugh at and have all these stories about, and we're all supposed to just like tolerate that? Like that's supposed to be like the acceptable behavior? That's weird. It's weird. And it's weird because like these are adults. These are grown ass men in society. Like, why are you behaving like this? Like, if you are a willing participant in the sexual act, which all of these men were, and then the weird part about it is like they liked it so much they gave her like really good reviews. Like, she's not even a porn star, bro. She was like legitimately just like a girl in a video, in a music video. She's a girl in a music video who they all really liked a lot. They liked her so much they just kept giving her shit. And it wasn't just her. Like if you go watch the video by Khadijah, she put in so many other interviews of other women who also had the same thing. I think Sweetie's mom, Sweetie talks about this a little bit. Like her mom was also like in music videos, and she said she had an awful time. I feel like I heard an interview from Sweetie where she says this. I'm not sure, and I'm not sure who her mother is, but it sounded like her mother didn't have like a really good, like when she reflected on her time just being in music videos, it wasn't great. She wasn't happy about it. And I don't understand. This is a part where it's like it goes from something that could be great to exploitation. Like if women want to be sexy and beautiful on camera, they should be allowed to be. They are. Like the women are what's making these music videos great. If you just had these ugly rappers in every music video, nobody would give a shit. Like nobody wants to watch other dudes talk about anything really. Like nobody cares. The only reason anyone cares is because the women are in the video. I mean, let's be serious here. It's not like they're actually like super talented in telling interesting stories that are like changing people's worldview. The retards with nursery rhymes are just making society worse for all of us, right? Can't just be me who feels this amount of sort of cynicism about hip hop and the male gaze. I mean, I'm just excited to read Karrine's blog, or Evelyn, I think that's her new name. I really don't know, but I'm here for it. Let's unpack.